Pacific Center's West Coast Style is brought to you by Pacific Center.
The West Coast is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, and I'm on the hunt to make sure that the people here look just as good as where they live. I'm Mana Mansour, and I'm a lifestyle journalist searching for the most cutting-edge fashion and beauty hotspots, deals, and tips, all in our own backyard. I'll do the shopping so you don't have to. This is West Coast Style. From a reality show to a return to the runway. On today's local designer spotlight on West Coast Style, I'm shining a light on local Vancouver designer and ex-Project Runway Canada contestant Carlie Wong.
Carlie Wong, that show rocked, baby. That was amazing.
A graduate of the fashion design program at Kwantlen University, Carlie Wong debuted her first collection back in 2005. Many collections later, including a recent hiatus from designing, I caught up with Wong backstage at her recent fashion show this past June, where she described in her own words the Carlie Wong aesthetic.
All of my clothes are definitely strong, they're sexy, very body conscious, and at the same time very sophisticated and fashion forward.
Carlie, your dress was for the runway.
But perhaps Wong is most known for her time as a contestant on the inaugural season of Project Runway Canada, an experience that Wong attributes to propelling forward her fashion career.
You can be a designer and be known in the fashion industry, but to be known by the masses is really a huge stepping stone, and that's what the show was for me. I got my name out there to the general public.
Wong's fans extend past her Project Runway audience to include her friends in the media and entertainment worlds. ET Canada reporter Erin Cebula was on hand during the show to MC the night's program. You look beautiful in your Carlie Wong outfit.
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, you have to rock the designer's goods if you're going to get out there and get the crowd excited.
How long have you been a fan of her work?
Well, she appeared on my radar during Project Runway Canada, which I think a lot of people first got to know her that way. I actually covered that show quite extensively for ET Canada, so I got to know her, and I actually started really cheering for her. To be so young and so committed and talented and to work so hard, I found really inspiring.
Wong's fans from coast to coast have been waiting almost 2 years in anticipation of her new line, and today she's debuting her new Atelier Couture collection, celebrating everything evening wear.
This is kind of me going back to my roots, doing my evening wear again, sort of doing it in a new direction. I wanted to do pieces where everything was jaw-dropping instead of pieces where you can get anywhere. So that's kind of how I led to this couture collection, and it's really where my passion is.
Wong's new Atelier Couture collection is definitely the driving force behind her return to the runway. But the inspiration behind it comes from somewhere else, somewhere vintage. Carlie, I can see even with what you're wearing, you're very reminiscent of vintage bygone eras. Is that something that inspires you, would you say?
Definitely. I like to just hark back and see designs from the past. For my runway music, it's all from the late 70s and the early 80s. That's kind of the era where we were owning it, and I think these days it's the same thing. Women are owning it. The clothes should reflect.
What did you think of Carlie Wong's fashion show?
Well, as always, Carlie is just the master of sophistication. It was just beautiful. I loved it.
She brings originality and passion to her work. She always lets her fashion speak what she's feeling.
It's the attention to detail in each collection that just makes her stand out, and a great representative of Vancouver fashion.
What do you think about Carlie being here and being based out of Vancouver can really help our local fashion scene?
Sometimes being at the forefront of an emerging scene can be just as valuable as being a small fish in a big pond in London or New York.
The more people are knowledgeable about fashion, the better off we all are. I want to be part of the growth of it instead of going into the pond where it's everyone is there and you're kind of trying to feel your way. You might as well be someone that directs it somewhere.
Fashion student to reality star to couture innovator. Carlie Wong's presence in the local fashion scene is no doubt paving the way for an exciting future for Vancouver as a fashion authority. I'm Mana Mansour for West Coast Style.
Pacific Center's West Coast Style has been brought to you by Pacific Center.